Hello, sports fans. Your boy Wine here tonight. I'm doing an early night review as I just got through watching the Philadelphia Eagles football. I'm finna give you a review of my Philadelphia Eagles and the countdown of the of the scores from this past week in the NFL. Starting off with the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles won their second straight game this season in a row as they defeat the New York Giants in a blowout spastic fight. 3-7 for Sam Bradford, 27-7. With this win, the Eagles pulled to 3-3 and virtually tied with first place the New York Giants as both teams are 3-3. Sam Bradford went 24 for 38, 280 yards, 1 TD, and 3 interceptions. DeMarco Murray got over 100 yards the first time as a Philadelphia Eagle as he rushed for 22 carries for 109 yards and a touchdown. This was, like I said, this is his first game with 100 yards rushing. Riley Cooper had 3 receptions for 76 yards and a TD. Nolan Carroll with a pick six. D'Amico Ryan also had an interception. The defense forced 2 fumbles, 4 sacks, and 2 interceptions. Total offense for the Eagles was 425 yards, 270 passing, 155 yards rushing. The defense allowed 251 total yards, 170 on the ground. Passing, 81 on the ground. The Eagles, they're starting to pick it up on the offense. The run game is starting to come around now. Just 2 straight good games for DeMarco Murray, so I think the Eagles are finally getting it together as far as like the run and attack goes. Sam Bradford still has problems throwing too many interceptions. Need to slow that down. Like I said, this was a blowout win, but it's also an ugly blowout win because both teams combined for 7 turnovers, which was pretty bad. So up next for the Philadelphia Eagles, being a Sunday night game, coming to Carolina to take on Cam Newton and Carolina Panthers, who are undefeated. Hopefully we can pull off the win and hand Carolina their first loss of the season in Carolina. So let's get it done, Eagles. I'm glad the Eagles are starting to show some hope of redeeming themselves. As a lot of people have been down on the Eagles. And I think they're starting to come together and starting to gel. And I think the defense is picking it up, man. The defense was really what helped the Eagles pull out this victory. If it wasn't for the defense, we probably would have lost. Eli Manning looked good on the first drive. After that, defense just had the whole offense, the whole Giants offense was just discombobulated. So that's how the Eagles win tonight. Once again, big win for the Eagles as they tie first place on top of the standings. They will be actually in first place because they got the tie break right now over the Giants as both teams fall to 1 and 2 in the conference. In the division. But being the fact the Eagles beat the Giants, they had the head-to-head. We had a tiebreak, so Eagles are number 1, and Dallas was off this week, so they are still 2 and 3. So, a rundown of this past week, it was the New Orleans Saints upsetting Atlanta Falcons 31-21, handing the Falcons their first loss of the season. It was the Jets beating the Redskins 34-20. It was the Steelers upsetting the Arizona Cardinals 25-13. Michael Vick gets hurt in this game. It was the Minnesota Vikings 16-10 over the Kansas City Chiefs. It was Cincinnati Bengals 34-21 over Buffalo Bills. Detroit Lions in overtime gets their first win of the season as they beat the Bears 37-34. It was the Broncos also in overtime defeating the Cleveland Browns 26-23. The Texans beat the Jaguars 31-20. It was the Dolphins blowing out Tennessee Titans. Marcus Mariota also got hurt in this game 38-10. It was the Panthers on the road, going into the Seattle hostile environment, a 12th man, upsetting the Seahawks 27-23 on the last play touchdown pass to Greg Olsen. But Carolina looking to play Philadelphia next week as they continue to try to get an undefeated streak, but the Eagles got something going on now, so maybe they can end the streak for the Carolina Panthers. It was the Green Bay Packers 27-20 over the San Diego Chargers. It was the 49ers beating the Baltimore Ravens 25-20. The Sunday night game was the Patriots defeating the Colts 34-27. And like I said, just went off. It was the Philadelphia Eagles 27-7 over the New York Giants. My top 5 picks, my top 5 teams in the NFL for this week. I got the New England Patriots number 1, the Green Bay Packers number 2, the Cincinnati Bengals at number 3, the undefeated Carolina Panthers number 4, and the Denver Broncos at number 5. So, scheduled game for next week. Give you my prediction who I think gonna win. We have the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. I like the Seahawks to win this one. I like the Buffalo Bills to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Washington Redskins. I like the Redskins to win that one. We have the Atlanta Falcons going on to Nashville, take on Tennessee Titans. I like the Atlanta Falcons to redeem themselves after that loss to New Orleans Saints and pull out the victory. We had the Saints going to the Indianapolis Colts. I like the Colts at home. With the Vikings, I like the Vikings on the road to go to Detroit and beat the Lions. I like the Chiefs at home to beat the Steelers. I like the Rams to beat the Browns at home. I like the Texans to beat the Dolphins. I think the Patriots at home to beat the Jets. I like the Chargers at home against the Raiders. I like the Giants to rebound after this loss tonight against the Cowboys. Although Des Bryant is returning, but no Tony Romo, so I don't see the Cowboys doing anything without Tony Romo, the leader there. So I look for the Giants to rebound at home and defeat the Cowboys. And I like my upset. Yes, I'm saying my upset. The Philadelphia Eagles will come to Carolina and hand Carolina their first loss. I said it, and I'm going to say it again. I'm not saying that because I'm a Philadelphia fan, because I'm saying it because the Philadelphia Eagles are showing signs of being a team that we know they can be. With this defense playing the way it's playing, Cam Newton could be in a lot of trouble this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I said it. My upset of the week. Philadelphia Eagles hands Carolina Panthers their first loss of the season. And the Arizona Cardinals, Monday night to defeat the Baltimore Ravens. So that's it, folks. Like I said, I'm just here to give you my review on the Philadelphia Eagles and the NFL scoring highlights and my predictions for each of the games for next week, who I think will win each game. And like I said, the Philadelphia Eagles are back, beating the New York Giants 27-7. And I said it again, my upset will be the Philadelphia Eagles defeating the Carolina Panthers at Bank of America Stadium, which is the state that I live in now. The Carolina Panthers will lose to my Eagles. So for those of you who knows me and I live down here in Carolina, I'm sorry to say I'm not a Carolina Panther fan. I'm always going to be an Eagle fan, and I say it again, and I will say it Sunday night. The Carolina Panthers will lose their first game to the Philadelphia Eagles. Having said that, my name is Double Wine, and I'll be seeing you next week for another NFL review and a Philadelphia Eagles review. Until then, I'd like to say peace, God bless, and I'm out.